So let's check for understanding. Okay, no, before I call name, let me don't call name first. I ask the question first. Because once I call a name, then everyone else will stop thinking. Okay, so the question is this. Okay, to whoever I may be calling now. Okay, in your own words, explain why is it that z plus z conjugate is a real number. I repeat. Explain in your own words why is it that z plus z conjugate is a real number. Okay, so I shall give everyone the wait time now to think before I call the name. Okay? If you ever feel like volunteering, you just tell me your name and class. I will not call you later. Okay? The questions generally get harder or basically. Okay, Ken? Hey, enough time to think. Okay. Jeremy Kwok from 2MA2K. Yes. Okay, explain your own words why z plus z conjugate is real. Shh. Let's all listen to Jeremy. The imaginary parts cancel out each other. How so? Can you explain more completely? Shh. If you all talk, we cannot listen to Jeremy. Okay, Jeremy, can you repeat again? Okay, can. Thank you, Jeremy. Okay, understand what he's saying? So basically very simple. X plus iy plus x minus iy, the iy's will cancel. So he said it very succinctly. The imaginary parts cancel each other. Okay, which is very good. Alright. Okay, next question. So I don't say name again. Okay. Why, in your own words, explain why z times z conjugate is real. Not everyone reading. Just now all pretend to read only, now seriously reading because Mr. Lee will call. Right or not? In your own words, explain why z plus z conjugate is real. Okay one. Okay. Daryl Lai Hao Wen from 2MA2E for elephant. Where are you, Daryl? Can you raise your hand? Okay. Daryl, raise your hand. I cannot see you. Who is Daryl? Okay, okay. Shh. Say again. Which is a real number. Okay, can. You all don't like to give complete answers, one, no? Okay. Anything you like to further to elaborate? Or maybe should I call someone else to elaborate on the answer? Okay, never mind. Okay, so essentially, right, you have a form of a plus b times a minus b, right? X plus iy times x minus iy. Okay, so you use the formula, you get a squared minus b squared. Okay, it will be x squared minus the square of iy, square of I is -1. Okay, so in the end, the net result is going to be a real number. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually not going to discuss the example in the next page. That is example 3.6. It's all there. You read that in your own time. Okay, I am going to discuss a separate example that is not in your lecture notes. Not in your lecture notes, okay? Okay, so this example looks almost identical to the previous example. I believe it was example 2.3, 2.3.2. Okay, now there's a difference. The difference is that there's a conjugate here. There's a conjugate here. Okay, so how do we so-called solve this pair of simultaneous equations? Okay, so now I'm just going to guide you through the process. Okay, so first step, if you cannot copy in time, you just write a note. Identical to example 2.3.2, only that there's a conjugate on W in the second equation, full stop. Okay, whatever. Okay, I think your lecture notes will no longer have enough space. You might need to use a foolscap paper. Okay? Okay, now, first step, exactly the same. Okay, now, there are a few ways I can do this. Okay, so one of the ways is this. Okay, there's a conjugate, right? Okay, there's a conjugate. Okay, so substitution may get a bit tricky. Right? So what I'm going to do is this. Let Z equals A plus BI, W equals C plus DI. Okay, remember to specify all these numbers, A, B, C, D must be real. Okay, so what you can do is you substitute in A plus BI. Here also A plus BI. Here is C plus DI. Here is what? C minus DI. Okay, then now let us pause and think. Let us pause and think. If I do it in this manner, how many more steps do I need? A lot more steps. How many unknowns will I have? 4. How many equations will I have? There will actually be 4. Because later on you compare real and imaginary parts, each one gives you 2, 2 times 2 is 4. Do you want to solve 4 equations, 4 unknowns? No. Okay? So remember, the note is this. Don't jump into this. Okay? There is this tendency from students that, you see simultaneous equation, got conjugate. I better go and, start to do this. Then later I'll be able to solve. You can solve. Depending on situation, maybe exam time already. Okay, so then how should we go about doing this? Okay, very simple. No, cannot use GC. So sad, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so let me erase all this first. Okay, don't jump into this. That's why you have to listen first, then you decide what to copy. Why my eraser so small one? Okay, let me use blue. I cannot choose color. Okay. Yeah lah, I know lah. I have to choose color, then I can choose pen, correct or not? Give me a Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. Now, I'm going to start with the... actually I got the answer already. Okay, never mind. I'm going to start with the equation without the conjugate. Okay, so the note here is this. Start with the equation without the conjugate. By the way, a W/O is just my shorthand notation for without. Okay, then what I do for the equation is I make one of the two variables the subject. This is something you need to copy. Please copy. Okay, next. Same thing as the previous. Okay, as the previous example, substitute in. Right, now you have a W and a W conjugate. Okay, so now you are stuck. You cannot do what we did in the previous example. You cannot factor out the W and then try to make W subject. Okay, because one is the W, one is the W conjugate. Okay, so what do we do now? Okay, this is when, okay, I'll show you again. Okay, this is when you start to assume. Okay, so simplify first. Okay, simplify. Then you start to assume W equals X plus IY. Okay, so that means the point is this. You don't start off assuming A plus BI, C plus DI for both numbers at the start. Okay, you do substitution first, then assume Cartesian form for the remaining variable. Is that clear? Okay, after that, put everything in accordingly. Okay, then you can start to compare real and imaginary parts. Follow? Okay, so now from here, okay, X equals to 1 over 8, Y equals to 1/4. Can Okay, some people yawn the mouth very wide. Please cover your mouth, thank you. Okay, now, okay, so now you substitute this one back. Okay, I think it was in equation 3. Okay, right, so in carrying out this process, you realize, when I sub back to find the Z, actually the Z, I didn't really have to assume what A plus BI or C plus DI. Don't need already. Okay, so that's why you have to do the substitution first before you assume the form X plus YI. Alright? Can Okay, so this is what you do for simultaneous equation with conjugates in them. Okay, let's go on. Okay, after a short while longer. Okay. Can? Okay, I move on. Oh, okay, wait.